Hello guys, I'm back with the story of my life, the story of my seminary experience. I'm telling, this is part 2 of this video. So see, I'm actually telling this story to inspire people. I'm not telling it for you to follow my path or do the same thing I did or I'm doing now. I'm just telling you for you to evaluate your own path or things you are doing to know if truly you are on your path or you are on other people's path or you are living other people's life and not yours. So that's what I'm doing. It doesn't matter if the story does not resonate with you. You move on. There are other channels you can watch and probably they will be okay for you. But this one, I'm actually doing it for men going their own way. Probably for other men, both married and unmarried. Because you probably will have your own children. I want you to know what goes on, because sometimes parents behave as if they were not once a child. So, the rector of the seminary, I won't mention his name. Of course, I still know his name. How could I forget that name? But it's not why I'm doing this video. So he said you must be possessed to choose to leave seminary on your own without being expelled. So he was like, oh, is this not an institution everybody is running ahead, trying to join? Even people who are in are doing everything to remain in the school. And even when they break a rule and they are expelled, they are begging, crying to be retained. And you are calling voluntarily to leave. It was like, no, something is wrong with you. I said, nothing is wrong with me. He said, was it because I'm repeating a class? I said, well, I'm doing it already, so yeah, probably yes, but it's not. It has gone beyond that. I said no, that he was not going to grant down my wish. But then what he would do is he's going to send me to. He was going to send me somewhere to people that it was actually an institution, but a small one. Would I call it an institution? More like all this small congregation. But it was being run by a Catholic priest as well in Enugu town. So he was sending me to him. He wrote a letter. He asked me to come tomorrow and pick the letter. To come the next day and pick the letter. So he wrote the letter that I should go. Give me some days. I should go and see the man. That he would direct me what to do. So I went there, traveled to Enugu, stayed with my auntie that lives in Enugu. And in fact, the day we went, my auntie she accompanied me to the place. So I entered the man's office. Like I said, he was also a Reverend Father. So what they do is they cast out demons. Yeah, demons. People that they believe they are possessed. The people, their relations or their friends, they bring them there. They do all this, they are abracadabra, lay their hands on them and cast out the devils or demons, or probably they have taken over their body, physical body, to drive them out, the spirits out. So the man said, okay, they will have one ceremony or one of their activities, I think like 2 days later, so that I should attend. It's the same day, my auntie also accompanied me. If they are going to cast out the demons, at least she needs to be there to assist me. That was probably what she thought. It was, it's a good intention anyway. We started, everybody, we are just doing all those abracadabra, blah, blah, blah. I was just there looking at them. every other people that they, of course, he had his prayer warrior. In fact, funny enough, the man was not there, the Catholic priest, but he has his prayer warriors that we are doing the casting of demons and whatever. So as they were doing all that, blah 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 blah. In fact, we actually lined up. The people believed to be possessed, so they lined us up. And they were touching one after touching every one of us, one after the other. When they touch her head, they will say, those abacadabra, you know the rest. After them, those guys who fell as if start checking as something is wrong with them, or one spirit is attacking them or about to leave their body. So I was like, today is today. It got to my turn. It was actually a woman. So she came. She placed her hand on my forehead. I started chanting all those their crap. Yeah, call it crap. Those meaningless words anyway. So, funny enough, they wanted me to close my eye, but my eyes were open. I was just looking at her. And she was saying nothing of those things. Of course, her eyes were closed anyway. But my eyes were open. I was looking directly onto her face. I wasn't feeling anything. I wasn't feeling like something was trying to leave my body. I was just calm looking at them, you know. And she was just saying, I cast you out, I do this. She was just shaking my head as if it was about time for me to fall on the ground and start doing like every other person. I was just calm looking at her. I mean, I wasn't feeling anything. In fact, one of the best times in my life, I felt calm. So she did everything. In fact, she spent more time on me doing all those things, and nothing happened. She moved on to others. It was very funny. But at the same time, I'm also using this opportunity to tell parents some of the things you put your children to. Just that I had one kind of, it's like from childhood, I was already red-pilled. You know, when I see bluff, I call it bluff. Or somehow, I don't know, probably in some of my videos, I'll make certain things clear. Imagine you are forcing a child, making the child believe that he was possessed. That's a big trauma. I know some people may say it's an abuse, but then this is what Christianity does to people. They put some beliefs inside you to make the parents feel that they have no other option. Of course, I wouldn't blame my parents because they didn't even know what it was all about. All they knew that they asked me to go and see one prayer warrior, told me to pray for me. It was when I got there that I realized that, it was able to cast out a demon inside me because I gave the man the letter. So it was only him that read whatever it was in the letter and now said, I need to attend for the deliverance. Like they wanted to do probably 2 days later or something. Christianity is good, but then it damages people. It messes people's belief system up, as in you have no mind of your own. I know a lot of people may not like what I'm saying, especially the core Christian ones, people that fell into that belief so much that they don't want to care about any other thing, but then this is my own story anyway, so I'm not telling it for you to like it. I'm not saying to please you. I'm saying it from what I experienced. So if you don't like it, you can move on to another video. Anyway, so they asked me, it was after the ceremony, all they chanting. So the lady or the prayer warrior, they now came to me and said that their head, the Reverend Father, would like to see me. I think it was the next day. So I went to him and he wrote a letter. And gave me the letter. I said, go back to the father that sent you, or back to the seminary and give this man this letter. I think my auntie was like, so what happened? Is there anything? She said, he told her there was nothing wrong with me. Of course, from there I could tell that I already know the content of the letter. I didn't read it anyway, but the way for him to have informed my auntie that, they didn't see any demon inside me. So I went back, got back to seminary. I think this thing took place. It took me like 7 days, to do all this. So I went back and gave the man the letter. He read the letter. After reading the letter, I was so happy that, okay, so since I'm not possessed, you have to let me go. He was like, go back to the classroom, go back or continue your activities. Let me think about it. I was like, what is this? So in fact, I would say if it was one of the things that now made me, I won't say motivated, as in I became so mean that I must go. So if you guys are not ready to let me go peacefully, then I'm going to keep breaking the rules. In fact, I will break the obvious ones, the one that I'm going to do that you have no option that to expel me. This time it's no longer about you have to expel me. So what was happening there was, while others are going to chapel to play, I will be on the mango tree. At that time, I didn't care about anything called God. I was like, oh, we go and pray to that being. That was when I started losing interest about so-called God. Because everything going on in that institution, I was dissatisfied. Probably if they had let me go, I would have hung on to Christianity longer than I did. But they helped me to change my mind, or they helped me to to let go of Christianity at early age of life. Even when I left, I was still practicing it, but then I was like, everything, as in, I didn't care anymore. While they are in classroom, I was just looking. In fact, I got to a point, I was sneaking out of the compound. That time, the seminary, if you are caught sneaking out of the compound, you'll be expelled instantly. To me, it was like, oh, that's the ticket I was looking for. So I was going at random. I would just go out. Not even, I wouldn't even climb the wall. I would just look at the gate, follow it, pass through it. Sometimes I travel, enter other towns, do whatever I can. I became so notorious that other seminarians, my fellow seminarians in the school, they all knew me. They gave me a nickname. Then that was when nickname like I won't call the name anyway. That every one of my fellow seminarians at that time, they all knew me with that nickname, which more like not just the interpretation is not really like an outlaw, but then, well, okay, let me not go into that. So what was not happening was, because the provision was banned, you don't eat provision in the school, so they would give me money. In fact, I became more like how do I call it? A marketer or something. As in, they would give me money to go and buy. I would just go out, buy stuff for them. Then they give me, of course, I will make something out of it. More like a commission. So I was going out buying stuff, provision for other students. I didn't care. I was going out alone. I was like, you don't want me to leave? Fine. I'm going out on my own. I'll go and come back. If you catch me, fine. Expect me. It wasn't really about catching me. I was like, if you see me, better for you. And better for me as well. Until one day, I was out, and one of the Reverend Fathers in the school, I think it was the vice rector, people that control, that run the institution. So he saw me outside. I think he was driving by. He saw me. I was looking at him. He was looking at me. I didn't care. So the next day, the rector called me. The rector, like I said, is more like the principal of the school. So he called me and said, I have done everything I could for you. I did everything for you to stay back in the seminary. But it seems you've made up your mind. You are determined to leave. And yes, you were caught. Or one of my colleagues saw you outside the school without permission. Blah, 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 blah. Come tomorrow and take your expulsion letter and leave. It was like, thank you, God. As in, I was the happiest man throughout that day. I immediately ran into the dormitory, that's what they call it, dormitory. I ran into there, started packing all my things, stuffs, everything. Telling everybody, see you guys in the next life, probably. So, in fact, I just couldn't sleep that night. I was so happy. I was so happy that eventually that's happened. I'll be leaving this place for good. The next day, went and did the normal assembly. Other people went to classroom. So I marched straight to his office. So I entered, I said, I'm ready. I'm here for the letter. He was like, which letter? I said, we had a discussion yesterday. He was like, my friend, go back to your classroom. I was like, okay. So when this thing happened, I was already in third term. So I was like, of course, I felt very, very bad. I felt very bad because I knew that the only way for me to live in that situation would be to abandon all my property and then just take it, just go without anything, leaving everything behind. Or I now have to wait till the term ends and then take all my things and go. Of course, remember, my parents didn't want me to leave. Even back at home, they will, of course, my father said, I will behead you. Of course, he didn't use those words, but anyway, he didn't say that. But then he was very stern and serious that I must remain in seminary and become a priest. That was his desire, his want, to have a reverend father in his family, or one of his sons becoming a reverend father. Well, that didn't bother me anymore. I was like, I would rather stay outside my house, or whatever that is going to happen to me. But as far as I'm concerned, I was leaving that place. Like I said, you see, it's called red pill. Once you are red pill, you won't care anymore about whose authority or whose happiness, your desire you are stepping on. You don't care anymore because at that time it's you. Remember, this was around when I was 15, 16, something like that. So I didn't care anymore about him. Yeah, even my mother, they didn't want me to leave. They want me to become a priest. And I said no. They said no. Me, I said no. They said no. I said fine. We'll see. The time came to an end. So that night, I packed the day. We were supposed to leave, close the next day. And so that night, I was so happy that one of my classmates brought out a radio. Even though it was against the seminary rules to have an electronics, but of course, one thing you guys need to know is seminary, even though you are training and brainwashing people, but understand that some people there are becoming also training in their own way. I won't say hardened, but then there are people that also break those rules and still maintain who they want to be, even with all those training. And I was one of them, among other people. So we bought out the radio and we are playing music, dancing. It was like, hey, we are closing for the year, and we'll be going for a long holiday. Of course, I have my own other plans, which I did not tell anybody. That once we are leaving, I'll go with everything and I won't come back. So they came and caught us while we were dancing, and they now said they are going to punish us, meaning other people will go the next day and will stay back and spend like another 2 weeks or so as a punishment for making noise. Making noise when other people were sleeping. I said, yeah. To be honest, initially I actually wanted to carry most of them, not everything, just carry few things, then leave the bulky ones. But when they now said that they were going to punish me, and of course there was no way I was going to stay behind and stay another 2 weeks in that shithole, or call it whatever it was. So what now happened was I just packed everything. So to hell with this pay. I packed everything. To cut the story short, I left. I moved everything. I'll actually give more details, an article I will attach on this video. Yes, I left. What happened next? I'm going to cut this video now. This is the part 2. In the part 3, I'll do the last video on this subject and explain the rest, or narrate the rest of what happened. Thanks.